Hello, everybody. Welcome to another amazing, wonderful, fantastic webinar. Please give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Hello, everybody. Where's everyone taking their test from? Let me see. Give me a big thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Thank you for that. Also, don't forget, hey now, I gotta plug my instructors, I gotta plug us. Don't forget, go to Crash Courses. We have a bunch of Crash Courses coming up this upcoming Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to have a national webinar. You always ask for that. So don't forget to sign up for that. And of course, we have some other upcoming webinars as well. So someone said, Texas, North Carolina. Ooh, probably have some great weather. We're going to be doing vocab today, so keep in mind with the vocab, questions are a little easier. So if you're sitting there right now going through your vocab portion of your exam on Prep Agent, something that I will tell you is this. If they seem too easy for you, you're getting like 90s, 100% on them, okay? Move on to the master exam. Get your butt moving over to the master exam or the other sections of the exam because we want you passing those. So, let's take a look at this first question. This one says, an ad which does not identify the broker. Is that a negative ad, a blind ad, a ghost ad, or a private ad? What say you in the chat? Some of you are saying B is in bear. B is in brownie, right? Yeah, blind ad. Yeah. So if it doesn't identify the broker, which is illegal, okay, you cannot have an advertisement. There's no state, okay? Nicole said a Ray Charles ad. That's mean, but accurate. But accurate, right? What was I going to say? That did make me chuckle, though. So it's a situation where, yeah, if you have a blind ad, right? If you have a blind ad, okay, it's a situation where that will be one that doesn't identify the broker. Absolutely 100%. So let's take a look at the next one. This one says, evidence of a title being passed from a grantor to a grantee. Is that a variance, a writ of execution, title, or a deed? What say you in the chat? Funny thing is, I studied music. I studied music theory. It was one of the things that I had a real passion for that I never put to use at all. Obviously, as you can tell, as I'm sitting here with all of you, I have a passion for music. I actually studied a lot of blues, jazz, and Ray Charles is someone that I know a great deal about, actually. And what's incredible is that, now going to my little short little tangent, my little 30-second tangent of nonsense, is that Ray Charles was a remarkable composer of just music and everything. And even if he wasn't blind, he would still have been absolutely incredibly talented. Amazing stuff there. So someone said that the audio is glitching. Okay. Give me 2 seconds because I'll try one thing. And tell me if it's glitching for everyone else. Thumbs up if it's great. Oh no, it's glitchy. Bear with me 2 seconds. Let me see. I'm going to unplug my audio. I'm going to plug it back in. Bear with me 2 seconds. Hello, hello. Is this any better? Audio's getting better or worse? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay. Thumbs up, thumbs down if my audio is coming in. Let me know if this is better. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if my audio is good, thumbs down if my audio is not good, and we'll tell you what this area, okay? Oh, man. I'll give it another couple minutes. So, it's lagging. Bear with me 2 seconds. I'll see if there's anything better going on, because what I might do is this. I might have... Someone said it's thumbs up. Okay, we're going to keep going then. So, and just keep me honest. What I want you to do is this, okay? Let me know in the chat if the audio is coming in better or worse, or if that happens again. I know we're just 5 minutes in, so just keep me honest there. Let's keep it moving and grooving, though. This one is deed. So basically, evidence that title has passed is a deed. Now, let me ask you this. Who would we say, so just write this in the chat. Who is the grantor and who is the grantee in a deed? Who is the grantor and who is the grantee in a deed? Yeah, sometimes there's a little connection on my audio. It's, look, it might be a situation where the plug was loose or something like that. Could have been a bunch of things, Who knows, right? Who knows? Technology, sometimes technologies. So who's a grantor, who's a grantee in a deed? As I was going off on my tangent about my love of music that they've never done anything with other than the fact that I know how to play many instruments. I think that's one of the things about me that not a lot of people know, is that I actually do have an incredible passion for music. But I don't, because I don't sing, I don't do any of that stuff on my webinars. That's why you probably never hear that. So the grantor gives the deed, and the grantee is receiving it. So a lot of you are saying, hey, the grantor is the seller, the grantee is the buyer, right? So I want you to think of it more as, take it out of the concept of a purchase and a sale. Because it could be a situation where my grandparents are just giving me their house, okay? So it doesn't have to be a sale. Don't tie it to seller buyer. Grantor, OR, gives, EE, receives. The grantor is giving title. The grantee is receiving title. So any questions, concerns, burning desires on that? So, and thank you for keeping me honest with my audio too. That really does help me out. See, that's why I say to you, tell me if there's a big problem in there, because then I could see and try to fix it. So thank you for that, everybody. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it grooving, shall we? A court order to stop an action by certain individuals. Is that an injunction, a lis pendens, a codicil, or a writ of execution? What say you? What say you in the chat? What say you? Did anyone else here study something interesting in college that you're not currently using? Like I said, I think music is the one for me that I studied a lot, and I thought I was going to be a band director. That's what I thought I was going to do, and then I stopped going to college. So a lot of you are saying that this is an injunction. Yeah, it's an injunction. So basically, here's what happens. And it could be a lot of different things. So, in regards to, could it be to stop someone who is currently doing something? Yeah, basically, that's all it is. It's whatever that action is, it's to stop them from doing it, okay? So if there's a certain action that someone is taking and you're like, hey, I want that to stop, you would sue for an injunction. Now, let me ask you this. What is a lis pendens? What is a lis pendens? Ooh, photography. Photography is something, I am going to butcher your name. I want to say it's Naira. Congrats on passing the exams. Both of them, okay? Because some states have them separate, right? Where you have to pass them both, the national and state. So, yeah, that's the situation there. So congrats. And go over to the New Agent Facebook group. So Prep Agent, New Agent group, okay? Because, listen, I'm actually recording right now as we speak your first year in real estate as a podcast. Literally probably getting off this webinar and recording several episodes. So I have that coming up. So What is lis pendens? Lis pendens is a pending lawsuit. Is it some sort of pending action on the property? So, do we know what it is? Nay, nay. So, if we know that there is a lis pendens on the property, we know that there's some sort of pending litigation that has to do with the property. It's a pending lawsuit. Is it a lien yet? No, it's a pending lawsuit because there hasn't been any action. There hasn't been any decision made on it yet, right? So that's the situation there. Antonio was an audio engineer. Hey, maybe you can help me with my problem. We can put it to good use still. So let's take a look at this one. This one says legal term, which means the cause resulting in accomplishing a goal used in determining whether a broker is entitled to a commission. Is that procuring cause, situs, turnkey, or refinance? Stu, quick question for New York. Do I have to pass national and state separately? Nope, that's a combined test in New York. Best of luck. It's a shorter test. Actually, I think New York is the shortest test out of the country, which presents its own set of issues. You don't have as many that you can get wrong, but good old New York is a fun test to take. What testing site are you taking it at? I'm originally from New York. So a lot of you are saying that this is procuring cause on this question right here. Yeah, this is procuring cause. And they really use the terminology procuring cause in situations where we're like, hey, who is the one who either brought about the buyer, brought about the sale? In real life, okay? IRL, in real life, this is a situation where it is not cut and dry. It is not as easy to identify who the procuring cause is. Literally, the textbook definition starts with this is sometimes difficult to identify. Okay. So you're in Albany. I like that. I went to Albany once to file paperwork with the state. I never went to Albany ever again. Literally went to file something and then literally drove back home, which was like 3 hours. So let's take a look at this next question. It says, value normally used by tax assessors for tax purposes. Is that intrinsic value, assessed value, appraised value, or former value? What say you in the chat? And I like seeing that a lot of you are doing really well with this. Like I said, that means, hey, if you feel like you have somewhat conquered the language, the verbiage of this, then get it moving and grooving over to the bigger sections where you start applying that, right? So that's why a lot of students usually hang on the vocab for too long. And I use these webinars, usually when I do a vocab webinar, I use it to go off into my tangents a little more. That's why you sometimes hear a little bit more breakage through it. I also like to answer questions a little more. So if you're following it, I'm kind of giving you a little bit of my mindset behind this. I do the vocab webinars to really dive in and answer those questions. So here's the thing. Like, I always try to answer as many questions as I can on the live webinars. But if you ever see me put a vocab in there, know that I probably will jump into the chat a lot more. So if you see me doing a live webinar and it's vocab, definitely try to mark that on your calendar, because that's one that you could probably ask a lot of questions. That's kind of like my cheat sheet for you guys, just so you know, my little mindset on this. So value normally used by tax assessors for tax purposes is the assessed value. Okay, so what happens is the assessed value and the appraised value are different. Okay, if they are the same, that is coincidental. Okay, the assessed value they use for your ad valorem taxes, which are your general real estate taxes, or the taxes that are at value, and the value that they use is assessed value. Okay, and then what happens is this: the appraised value is a value that a licensed appraiser would give to a property. Okay, so those two things different. Okay, different. Speaking of taxes, what is a special assessment tax? Type that into the chat. I want to know, what is a special assessment tax? What is that? What is a special assessment tax? Bama in the house. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. I actually have to make a trip out to Alabama. There's a lot of great investment areas out there. So, hey, little hint for all of you who want to invest in real estate. And listen, I'm going to actually tell you something. I'm going to preach for 15 seconds. If you're getting into real estate, you need to be investing in real estate. Hands down. Hands down. Okay? It's one of the best things that you could do. So, what did I ask you? I asked you what special assessment taxes were. Hey, so type that into the chat. Let me know what special assessment taxes are. Okay. So someone said that that's road work, okay, or other work done by the municipality. Yeah. So what happens is this: if there was any kind of work done that was public in nature, okay, and your property benefited, your property has to benefit, okay? If there was work done and your property benefited, okay, it's going to be a situation where there'll be a one-time tax assessed on it. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Great job, great job. So, let's keep it moving, let's keep it grooving, shall we? So this one says, a term for a loan given to borrowers with bad credit histories. They are high risk, therefore lenders tend to minimize them, okay? Or try to minimize them, excuse me. Is that an interim loan, a long-term loan, a takeout loan, or a substandard loan? What say you on the chat? Yeah, so if your property didn't benefit from a special assessment, then you're not going to be paying any of those special assessment taxes. Your property has the benefit. Hey now, right? Makes sense. A lot of you are saying D is in donut. Is this D is in donut? Ha 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 ha. This is a substandard, or what we would call a subprime loan, meaning that it's higher risk, okay? Hey now, it is a higher risk loan, okay? So it's a situation where basically those loans usually are given to people that might have a lower credit score, might be a higher risk for non-payment, things of that nature. And it's a situation where, okay, it would basically be something that the banks are trying to minimize. So a question came in from Christina. It said, quick question. Real estate agents pay taxes every year instead of receiving them, correct? Oh, hey now, if you're okay, you're going to be an independent contractor, so you're going to be owning your own business. Okay, you're going to be running your own business. So what happens is this: you're not okay. It's a situation where what I would say is this: in regards to paying your taxes, you're going to probably want to speak with a tax professional really quickly. Okay? Really, really quickly. It's a situation where I think that more times than not, you really have to get your ducks in a row with that. Actually, that might be something that I'm going to talk about. I'll actually post it into the new agent group, because I think that's something that's really going to be important. So basically, Christina, in a nutshell, you're correct in saying what your assessment is of the situation. The long answer is you should be speaking with a tax professional as soon as you get into the business, because I had to pay a lot of money my first year in real estate because I didn't clearly know or identify that. So that is a great question, and I might actually get some more information to you on that. So now this one is going to be one who, for a fee, brings together a borrower and a lender and handles the necessary applications for the borrower to obtain a loan against real property. Is that the trustor, the mortgage broker, the lender, or the beneficiary? What say you? What say you on this? A lot of you are saying B. So this is going to be the mortgage broker. Yeah, so the mortgage broker is going to be the one who is going to basically bring all those parties together. Now, let me ask you a question, okay? Um, what is, okay, a mortgage? What is a mortgage, and who gives it and who receives it? This is something that is super simple, but at the same token, not clear sometimes. Not clear. So a mortgage can create a lien. It can create a mortgage lien. I do agree with that statement. Okay, but the mortgage itself, what is it? And I like to basically keep it nice and clean and simple with its definition. Here's the thing too, especially when you're getting into the vocab, have short, simple, quick definitions for things. You don't want to have long, drawn out definitions where you're meandering through. It's like when blah, 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 blah. Okay? Death pledge, yeah, because morte in Latin, okay, is going to be death, right? So it's a death pledge, a mortgage, okay? So it's a document. Listen to me. So the first thing that I want to say is this: the money or the loan is not the mortgage, okay? So the money is not the mortgage. Get that. That is the first thing that we need to know. Mortgage is not the money, okay? The money is not the mortgage. That's something I always say, always preach, okay? It is a document that is given to, it is a document that is given to the lender, okay, that is a pledge of the real property as collateral for repayment of the loan, okay? It is a situation where it is a document that is going to be saying, hey, if I don't pay you back, you can come and take my property. That's what it is. That's why the borrower is the mortgagor. They're giving the mortgage. Because people always say, carve out a special thing for that. They go, oh, it's different with a mortgage. Nay, it's not. It's not. Because a lot of you misconstrue that it's the money. The money is not the mortgage. The mortgage is being given by the borrower to the lender. It is a document that says, hey, you can come and take my property if I don't pay you back. So any questions, concerns, burning desires on that one? Yes, no, maybe so. And has my audio been much better? Give me a thumbs up, smiley face in the chat. Let me know. Because I want to know that we have it good to go. Because I haven't seen any complaints, so I'm going to make the assumption that it's good. Yeah, it's been good. Fantastic. Let's look at the next one. The next one says, an easement granted after someone has used or entered land for a long time and is given a legal right to continue to do so. Is that an appurtenant easement? An easement by prescription? Easement by law? Or voluntary easement? What say you? What say you in the chat? What say you? A lot of you are saying B. B is in Bronco. That was one of the cars I did want to get. I wanted to be one of those obnoxious Bronco people. Does anyone else here have a Bronco? That was something that I wanted to get, but you know what happened was my next car's actually I have it picked out, so my next car is going to be an easement by prescription. It is a situation where an easement by prescription is what we're talking about here, right? That's if you've been using a property for a certain period of time, and then what happens is you basically then apply to continue to use it, but have that right memorialized. Basically, say, hey, look, you know what? I've been doing this for so long. I want to make sure that I continue to have that right, and it's permanent. Okay, that's the situation there. So, any questions, concerns, burning desires on that? So, well, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it grooving. Let's look at the next one. We'll get a few more in before we wrap up. A contract, under which there is still performance. There is still to be performances known as a void contract, oral contract, executory contract, or executed contract. What say you? What say you in the chat? I see a bunch of people in the Bronco crew here. Hey now. Beep beep. Yeah, I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it because I feel like I'd want to be going, off-roading with it, and I want to be doing all that stuff. I want my next car is going to be a newer, not saying brand new off the lot, a newer Corvette is the is the go-to right now. Good old American muscle. A lot of people are saying C is an executory contract. Yeah, executory. So what is an executed contract? Tell me in the chat. Type in the chat what an executed contract is. What is that? What is an executed contract? So an executed contract is one that's been completed, done, donezo, absolutely 1000%. Okay. So, any questions, concerns, burning desires on that? Nothing? All right. Let's look at the next one. Next one says depreciation that occurs because of factors outside of the property. Is that manual deterioration, functional obsolescence, physical deterioration, or economic obsolescence? What say you? What say you? A lot of you are saying D is an economic obsolescence. Is that it? Yeah, absolutely. So let me ask you this, okay? What is functional obsolescence? What is that? What is functional obsolescence? What is functional obsolescence? If I say that something's functionally obsolete. Poor design, I would say that it's more of a dated feature. Okay, so poor design, dated feature, yeah. So if you're using any of those terminology, that would be it, right? Because it's a situation where design could be it. It could just be something that it's just I wouldn't do that. That's just not something that we would do it as of today. I always say, like, if I built a Civil War era home right now, brand spanking new, that would be functionally obsolete. 5 bedrooms, 1 bath, yeah, absolutely. Okay. One day I'm going to build my Civil War style home. I saw someone was a history major. I absolutely, it's totally jelly because that's one of the things that I find fascinating. I find history fascinating. But that being said, what I want to do is this. Let me know in the chat if you have any other questions, concerns, burning desires. I'm going to do one more time for the people who were late. I'm going to just remind you that, hey, now, go over to your account and go to your real estate crash courses because they have some great ones coming up. So what I will tell you is this. You don't want to miss out on seeing one of those and getting them live because that is your only option right now. You see it live, you get the recording for for a couple weeks. If not, that's it. You miss it, you miss out. So, everyone, with that being said, I want to just say have a great, wonderful, fantastic remainder of your day. I'll see everyone real soon.